Sunday Soother. How is everybody? I'm just going to talk really about the themes that are coming up. That there seems to be so much ongoing. It's such a lengthy process at the moment of everyone seems to be a bit dishevelled in that there's a place that you're going and a place that you're coming from and you're moving into the next zone. This might be in terms of a decision that you're making, a new balance that you want in your life. You might be on a bit of a mission to have a healing process in yourself. There's a lot going on at the moment with people's health. I feel like people are working on their bodies and absolutely bringing in a new perspective on how they want to approach supporting their bodies to repair and invigorating into a new state of health, getting past chronic illness, treating an acute illness. So there's definitely stuff going on with people's health and just wanting to explore and expand so that you can really listen into your body and feel your way to the decisions that you're going to make for yourself. So this might be to do with different treatments, different approaches, different diets, different routines, but it also might be your mental health that you're working on, thinking, I'm just so ready to release myself from this perpetual overwhelm or just feeling like I'm out of balance all of the time and I'm juggling all of the time. There's a sense that the collective are declaring, I absolutely am done with this now. I am so ready to move into this next place, this next version of me. There's this sort of upgrade sense going on all of the time. So I think we should really move into that, welcome it in more. A Sunday meditation to set us up for the week is such a nice way to anchor that in, set our intentions, and really just be ready to allow ourselves, actually, because that's the thing, we get in our own way half the time because we have a worry about something, we are trying to protect ourselves. There's lots of that. The other thing that I think is really worth bringing up is this sense that whilst we're moving from one place to the next, it's dishevelled, it is overwhelming, it is busy, and that's okay. People are talking to me about, sometimes I find this thread of feeling really good and feeling this flow, and then I just like trying to keep hold of it and I'm trying to grasp onto it, and then please don't go, and I'm back into this place, or I'm worried I'm going to get back into this place where I'm feeling anxious or I'm feeling overwhelmed, or I'm redoing those patterns that I'm trying to get out of, and I find myself going back to old behaviours that I know don't serve me. There's a lot of people breaking through stuff and being scared that they're going to mess it up or get in their own way. I promise you, if you have declared this to yourself, you are going to find that you've got to the point where you're frustrated enough that you're like, I'm done. I need to move into this next place and it's going to happen. If you've done that, you are going to make the progress. It's like you're on that train, it's not going to stop, you can't go back. You've got to keep pushing on. But what will happen is that you will find yourself exposed to lots of situations that provoke that old stuff in you. So if you're working on your boundaries with other people, for example, you'll get lots of little tests where people are like, oh, but would you just do this for me? And can you just do that for me? And you're like, oh, stomach knot, don't want to do that. It's going to be uncomfortable telling them. Don't like doing that at all. Or if you are working on a new mission with your health, you'll find yourself, oh no, I'm back to that thing again, and I didn't get my workout in, and I didn't get up on time, or whatever it is. All of that stuff will almost enhance because your brain is saying, I know your goal, so every time you're veering off, keeping in line with that goal, I am going to make that hit you in the face so hard you can't miss it. Nothing's going to be subtle anymore. So you're going to get enhanced, stronger feelings and experiences of that stuff that you're trying to get rid of. So take this as a sign that your body is saying, we're with you, we're coming, we're doing this. So yeah, every time you're veering off, even slightly, you're going to get such an uncomfortable feeling so that you know, okay, I really need to be mindful about doing this differently, making a different choice. And sometimes That choice is about, how do I speak to myself about what's just happened or what I'm going through at the moment? How do I comfort myself and support myself as I navigate this new path and move into this next expansion? It's never pretty. It's always a bit messy, and you're always going to find you're a bit back and forth. And if you can hold yourself through that back and forth, you're going to find that you make these massive breakthroughs. These big healings come in, whether they're emotional, whether they're physical. There's nothing that you can't do if that's where you want to go. So let's settle into the meditation. Okay, here we go. Take this meditation with you wherever you want to be. Take this on a walk, or sit yourself up, relax yourself down, wherever you want to be in this moment. Have it with you. And if you're doing it as a focused relaxation, then just let your eyes close. Let's take a minute to just see what's there. So breathe and notice. How is your body? What speed is the mind going at? Just an observation. You don't need to change any of this. We're going to breathe right into the place that knows what your next goal is, knows what you're working with and for. Because this is a point of expansion deep within you. It's like there's a little fire, a spark. Something is going on inside you, inside your body, inside your mind. Just notice where you're drawn to expect that spark to be. This is a driver that some aspect of you knows that there is this new potential, that there is this new space, and it will feel a particular way. The idea of bringing in more or less or whatever it is that's important to you. Just be aware not so much of a specific goal in terms of the specifics of what that would be, what it might look like. Think about how it might feel. What is the feeling place that you are aware that you're yearning to invite more of? Maybe it's a sense of deeper fulfillment, more balance, more flow, more peace, more love, whatever it might be. Just notice what that is for right now. And breathe. Let that breath find its own rhythm and its own flow and its own timing. And we're going to focus that breath expansion into the point where that spark is in your being. And it might be actually around your body. It might be the space just next to the surface of your skin. It might be in your heart. It might be in your mind. It could be anywhere. Just be aware that there is this bright light flickering away inside you somewhere that has its eye on this next space that you're moving into, this next version of you that you're reaching for. And we'll know that in the background, we're always going to have that humming of the everyday, of the thoughts, of the plans, of all the things that we're doing, the responsibilities, and that's absolutely fine. We can just let that be there in the background. We don't need to get rid of it. That's all doing what it needs to do. Just soften yourself down. And that just means introducing a bit of dead weight, heaviness through areas of your body that might be holding you when you don't need to. Maybe your hands, maybe your wrists, maybe your back. That you're just breathing right now, just giving yourself this space. Because this is what allows the thoughts to become more ordered and begins to let that light seep through in places where it normally wouldn't be. And that light is going to grow with every breath in as you set that intention that you can imagine it infiltrating places in your body, places in your mindset, places in your being. That you know you're shining the light on the feeling place of where you're aiming to go because something in you is pulling you there. And the part that pulls you there is stronger than anything else in your body. It is your purest truth. And it is built so solidly and so exquisitely. And it will allow you the gift of finding all the brambles that get in the way sometimes. Some of it being practical stuff, some of it being thoughts and beliefs that we have that maybe we can begin to challenge. You know, maybe you can move into this new state of being. Maybe you can introduce a new experience. Maybe you can shift from a particular pattern into a new one. Of course you can. Breathe into that new potential and what it's going to feel like. Just the idea of what it is when we expand into that new existence, that new version of ourselves as we're constantly upgrading and learning and evolving. And as you're allowing that breath to move through you, the energy of that feeling will just grow within you. You may be able to feel waves of the kind of emotional states of being that you want more of. Inviting in more of that space, more of that expansion, more of that peace, fulfillment, satisfaction, health, strength. As when we tune into the mind, exactly in this way, we accelerate our chances and our ability to bring that in for our minds to develop these new neuro pathways to where it is that we want to go. And that this is something we're all capable of. This is the privilege of being human and having our brains and our bodies and our ability to constantly be growing and expanding and learning. That there is nothing that you can't experience or achieve if you feel driven to do so. Your body is wired for self-repair. Your mind and your heart have a connection to allow you to work towards and bring in the experiences that bring you comfort and joy. Because we are superhuman. We do have this untapped potential, each and every one of us. And that light inside you will get bigger and bigger, and you'll feel the waves of that potential and that prosperity moving through you. And it will unearth anything that you need to know about, any old stories that you tell yourself that aren't actually necessarily true. Anything that you need to know will come to your attention now or in the future to allow you to continue to make that headway and enjoy the process of doing so. The mechanics of growing are so exquisite. So a couple more breaths just to let that anchor in and notice the space and the ease that you've created in just a few moments. As you then get ready to open your eyes and ease back into the moment and realize your potential and your capacity and your strength and your ability. It's all there for you. So have a stretch. Write down anything, if anything has come to you, any ideas, any declarations that you want to make, that you can hold yourself with. And this comes with all the love.